Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Harakakadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone and World War. Shalom to the brothers of the wax certain truth. Yeah, this article on Reuters. It says what Sydney's unvaccinated warned of social isolation when C-19 lockdown ends. That's what you've been seeing, because it's gonna be the same thing as in the States, in Europe as well. It's more or less putting that heat on, where it's saying you either get your shots or you're gonna be losing access to more or less anything, being able to do anything within the society. And that's really been the line that's been coming out over time. Because it was like, oh, you should get blah blah blah, and it's like now it's like, oh, the mandatory has come out, and that's why it's saying like, hey, look, you want to go restaurants, you want to go out, you want to do things, then life as you know it ain't gonna return to normal for you. So as Australia's total C-19 cases top 100k. Officials warn unvaccinated face difficult life indefinitely. Daily cases in Sydney and Melbourne hotspots climb. Queensland reports first mystery case in nearly 2 months. So Sydney residents who are not vaccinated against C-19 risk being barred from various social activities even when they are freed from stay-at-home orders in December. New South Wales State Premier Gladys Berejiklian warned on Tuesday. Under a roadmap to exit lockdown in Australia's biggest city, unvaccinated people are already subject to delays in freedoms that will be granted to inoculated residents between October 11th and December 1st. Berejiklian said people who choose not to be vaccinated should be barred entry to could be barred entry to shops, restaurants, and entertainment venues, even after the state lifts all restrictions against them on December 1st. A lot of businesses have said they will not accept anyone who's unvaccinated. Berejiklian told 7 News on Tuesday, life for the unvaccinated will be difficult indefinitely. The two-tier system designed to encourage more people to get vaccinated have been criticized for both penalizing vulnerable groups who've not had access to inoculations and for falling short of providing a real incentive for the vaccine hesitant. Pubs, cafes, gyms, and hairdressers will reopen to fully vaccinated people on October 11th in New South Wales, home to Sydney. And more curbs will be eased once 8% of its adult population become fully vaccinated, expected by the end of October. Yeah, because for Sydney, I think they started getting a few cases, like barely any cases, and then they said what that yeah, barely any cases, and then they said because their vaccination rate was what was the number? It was like 11%, I think, at the time, or something like that. It was really low. They're like, okay, we're just locking everything down. If people don't get the max, if people ain't getting the shots, then fuck off. We're never opening up. So men are getting held at gunpoint, and that's why people have been going so fucking rabid over there. And that's how you know. That's what the objective is, man. The objective is to get people to comply. It's not finding a method or manner to deal with the circumstances. It's basically getting compliance on the shots, because it's going to be the same thing with a max. The max. It's going to be the same thing with a mark. With a mark, it's going to be about compliance. They're going to incentivize it, just like with these shots. They incentivized it first. They said, offering money. They were saying, okay, blah blah blah. You get access to this. You get access to that, and You know, they'll drizzling honey on it, basically try and draw people in. Then afterwards, it was like what? Um, okay, after the honey didn't work, they're like, well, now we're bringing out the force. Basically, look, you're not going to be functioning like a human being. That's the same thing that's in the prophecy for the mark. It's going to be the same offer that's made. You want to continue to function in society, you got to get it. Psalms 55 and 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Yeah, that's really what it is. It's sounding mad sweet, sounding hella good. Just like, oh yeah, that you get this. Everything goes back to normal. It's all gonna be hunky dory. It's all gonna be bless up. It's gonna be nothing but good times. But then lo and behold, it seems that way. But then in reality, what's really going down? Now it's come to, oh well, if you don't get, you're basically going to be moving like a leftover, man, a dreg in society, which is what everyone said. Everyone's like, no, it's just blah blah blah, and then lo and behold, that's how it always comes out. So it's funny. It's like people are really lying to themselves, like they have a choice. It's about compliance, man. It's about doing as you're told. Revelation 12 and 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devils come down unto you, having great wrath, because ye knoweth that ye have but a short time. Yeah, devils come with great wrath. That's why you're not hearing about, oh, it's blah blah blah. It's just like, look, this ain't about choice. This ain't about freedom. Get it, or else. That's really what it is. It's really there's no option within it. They're like, look, if you don't get it, you're done. You ain't even gonna be a citizen. That's it. Lines up the prophecy, man. That's how it's going, man. And it's only gonna intensify. Cause that's what you've seen. That slow creep towards like, oh, yeah, everyone should just, to just like, look, this ain't about choice. This ain't about liberty. This ain't about freedom. All those things that were meant to be the tenets of America, they just got thrown in the bin. But, that's, devil, that's coming out with great wrath, man. Revealing them horns. Shalom. Yabashim Yashab Shalom.